Kansas State is coming in after that, taking that L against TCU at home. So the Wildcats will be out for blood this week. Oklahoma State actually comes in with momentum after beating Texas 41-34. Quinn Ewers is not that guy. Spencer Sanders was 34 for 57 for 391 yards and 2 touchdowns. EG, what's your thoughts on this?
Man, wait for Oklahoma State to bounce back. They just lost to TCU, and they were undefeated when they lost. And I think Texas is a great win. After we saw what Texas can do, we saw Texas look great in some weeks and weird in some weeks. So, I think Texas has a lot of NFL players on their team. And for Oklahoma State to come in there and beat those guys, I think that's a legit victory. Texas is looking more like an SEC school nowadays. So whenever you can march in there and beat a team like that, I think that's a legit victory. I think Oklahoma State is coming for Kansas State. I think they beat them. I hope Kansas State get their quarterback situation worked out. But I got Oklahoma State winning this game after watching them play against TCU, losing that game and bouncing back against Texas, who they entered the rankings last week with 2 losses, by the way, Texas. They were like one of the few teams with 2 losses high up in the rankings. So solid win for Oklahoma State.
Oh yeah, the AP poll, I tell you. Mike, it looks like you're in
Yeah.
agreement.
AP poll is full of it, ain't it? But yeah, man. The only thing that concerns me about this Oklahoma State game versus Kansas State is coming off of a big win, a monumental win, and then also those guys at Texas. Yeah, you won the game, you beat them, but it's still physical in the trench play. It still was a physical game for them. So sometimes, after physical games, some people don't be up for it. The reason why I think that Oklahoma State can pull it out is I want to say that they're the more veteran team. You got Spencer Sanders, definitely the more veteran quarterback on the field as well, and their defense just always continues to do it. But here's the thing: I want to say only other than 2 games, Oklahoma State has put up at least 40 points in about every game other than maybe 2. I know one of the games was against Baylor, right? And Kansas State has only put up 40 points two times. So really, it's been about, can you keep up scoring with Oklahoma State? Can you put up 40? And Kansas State has shown me that they only was able to put up 40 against Missouri and 40 against a no defense in Oklahoma. This is going to be a better defense than Oklahoma State. Give me Oklahoma State for the win.
Nice. One thing I did notice about that game, both of those quarterbacks, Quinn Ewers and Sanders, they passed the ball for around 50 times and over 50 times. So it was a lot of passing. I don't know if they saw something in the secondary, even though Quinn Ewers, I mean, goodness gracious, he threw 30 incompletions. But Sanders, he wasn't far off from that either. He was 34 for 57 in that game. Those guys were passing a lot, so I don't know if they both saw some weaknesses in the secondary, but it was interesting to see those guys come out there passing that much.
Yeah, and Spencer Sanders just had the better QBR, with 71.3 versus Quinn's 47. And Quinn had 30 incompletions. 30 incompletions. He attempted 49, so he's only completed 19. 19 passes.
What was going on out there?
So, I mean, for you Ohio State fans who are saying that Ryan Day chose the wrong quarterback, I think you owe Ryan Day an apology.